What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, MoneyBass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash, guys. You thought I wasn't gonna make it today, but take a look around. Oh my goodness, don't you just love it? The scenery is beautiful, guys. The storm has came through, but if you take a look at the waves out here, do you see the white caps? Let's see if I can zoom in on some white caps for you. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's a little windy out here today. And if you take a look out there in the distance, you see a bunch of birds out there. You see all those birds out there on the lake? So yeah, we have some activity out here. So we're gonna get out here, do this thing we call Bass for Cash, where I catch the fish. All you have to do is guess the weight of those fish. You will get a nice payout. Now there is a full $100 bill in the payout for today, right? We will break that up into increments. $20 goes to the person that can guess the exact weight of each fish that we bring to the boat. Now, if you are a member of the Money Team, those are the people like shout out to Already Edits. You see that badge right next to his name? That means that Already Edits is a member of the channel. Those are the people that you will hear me referring to as the Money Team. They get 2 guesses per fish. That means they have twice the chance to win. Membership does have its privileges, guys. All right, the other thing that they will get is twice the payout. Oh my goodness, that is right. Shout out to Chad from yesterday. He came out here for the first time, became a new member, and walked away with a win. Walked away with a nice $50 bill, guys. You guys saw him get paid live on the channel. So Bass for Cash is real, just like the Bendation. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Jeff Newell, just became a new member of the Money Team. Oh my goodness. What's going on, my guy? We're about to get out here and catch a few fish. All right, so you guys see it's kind of windy out here. For anybody that's just tuning in, let me just show you real quick. Out there in the distance, can you guys see all those birds out there? Can you see all those birds? So we're gonna be hiding today. We're gonna be off in the coves. And let me just show you. These waves, we have rolling waves out here today. Can you see that? Can you see it? Look at those rolling waves, guys. So we're going to be running across these waves. Let's see. Let me show you to a different angle. But yeah, so we got to find a spot. We're going to hide away from that wind. Get out here, catch a fish or two. See if anybody wants to win some of this money. And then we're going to head in. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. Make sure you guys continue to get active in the chat. You see Alexandria. Shout out to AC. We have Alexandria in the chat already doing her things, guys. Make sure you pay attention to all of the information she's putting out there. But look at us, guys. These waves are brutal. It's brutal out here, guys. Am I gonna make it? We'll see. Man, look at the water. It's trying to come over the side of the boat. And it's still kind of cold out here. But like I said, we're gonna go and hide in a cove somewhere and just see if we can get a few fish to the boat. Brutal out here, guys. Can you guys tell how big these waves are? Oh my goodness. Woo. Does anybody know what a buck and bronco is? Okay, now that was definitely not good right there. Your partner just got soaked. I don't know if you guys saw that water come over the side of the boat, but it got me. All right, guys, we made it. We made it. We're trying to hide away from the wind. I don't know if that's gonna work though, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try to make it happen. But I can tell you what is not good. Can you see all of this? Your partner got wet pretty good. And the temps are kind of low. So my hands are a little cold. It's a little cold out here. Shout out to Chef Boy, says, yeah. Let me see. What are you guys talking about in the chat? All right, let's see who else. C219 Troll, what's going on? He says, you dedicated, Money. No way I'd be out there in that wind. Oh, so you saw it, right? You saw the wind? The wind is not my friend today. I can definitely tell you that. So yeah, my hands are already wet. You guys know I don't really wear gloves all that often. But we'll get through it. It ain't too bad. Well, yes, it's bad. It is bad, but we're gonna make the most of it. We're gonna see who is dedicated on your end. Who is out here ready to get some of this cash for a bass. You know the routine. That's what we're out here for today, guys. Get out here and make it happen. So we're gonna start off trying to get my fingers warm since they're wet already. I see some fish out here. So I'm gonna get right on top of these fish again. We're in a cove, a wind-blown cove, guys. Oh man. And this bail, I don't know why it keeps doing this to me, but it keeps opening up on its own. So let's go ahead and get this cleared out. Drew says, I'm sick, bro. Got the flu or something. Oh my goodness. That's not good. Well, maybe some cash for one of these bass will make you feel better. What do you think, Drew? Will that help you out just a little bit? Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in. The lights are not looking good. They're kind of ugly. Hook me up on the lights and I'm gonna hook you up on some of these fish, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can make happen for right now. We're sitting in about 46 feet of water. We're gonna be fishing all the way up to maybe 15, 20 feet or so. See what we can do with that. Now I see some fish right under the boat right now, so we're gonna drop this spoon straight down and see if we can get some of that action. All right, Drew, hope you get better soon. We've been out here for less than 10 minutes, guys. But the weather is kind of bad today. It's not good. It's not a good day out here as far as weather goes. I mean, it looks nice and lovely. Look around, guys. I mean, we have some overcast, but the sun was just shining bright not too long ago. Can you guys see those clouds out there in the distance? Can you see all of the clouds out there in the distance? So we had some nice blue skies not too long ago, but before that, there was definitely a storm coming through here. So the winds are still around. So I gotta be careful. I gotta stay away from those winds. Now we have some nice fish right now under the boat, guys. We're gonna see if we can go ahead and get one of these to the boat. We're gonna start it off right. If we can get one of these to the boat this quick and easy, oh yeah, we're gonna have a good day. But we're just gonna looking for one or two fish today. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. So you are gonna have to make the best of it whenever I get a fish to the boat, all right? If you do not get the guesses right today, guys, oh my goodness, it did it again. I might have to change this this setup out because I normally use this for my my spinner baits. But I kind of changed it out to a spoon real quick. Chef Boy says it's, let me see, it's 30 degrees in Dallas. Okay, it's a little chilly out there. We have Fly Stream Fishing says, what kind of bass are you fishing for? We're out here fishing for spotted bass today. I mean, sometimes I'll catch a largemouth, but for the most part, we're getting these spotted bass out here on Lake Lanier down in Georgia. All right, so my spoon got fouled up a little bit. Let's see if I can just shake it loose. Texas Snoop says, Chef Boy is cold in the DFW today. Okay. All right, Mia, make sure you guys always continue to network. Shout out to the Money Team. We have the Money Team members in there getting active. Uh-oh, look who we have. We have Rory Johnson. He says, looking a bit chill out there. Oh, yeah, my fingers are cold. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but look at this. All of that is water. Just to make it out here, let me see if you guys can see those white caps out there. You can see them good now. Put yes if you can see those white caps out there. They look really small from here, but you guys saw that I just came through all of that to get to where I'm at. Shout out to Devin. What's going on, Devin? Good to see you in the chat. Who else do we have? Flashstream says, I'm in Jefferson. All right, good deal, good deal. What's going on, Carson? Carson says, yes, he can see it. Texas Noob says, oh, yeah, I see those white caps. Who was it that said, hey, man, I would not be out there in that stuff. I would not do what you're doing. That's some dedication. Oh, yeah, we got a little bit of dedication going on over here. All right, so, yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button for me. We are north of 57 people. We're on our way to 100 plus, but we only have 18 likes. Now, you guys know the routine. If I get a fish to the boat today and my likes are ugly, you guys see me out here battling through this wind. The storm just came through. I am out here for you guys trying to see if anybody wants to win any of this cash for some of these bass, and you can't even double tap that screen. Hit that like button for me, guys. How many likes do we have? We only have 19 likes. Man, Alexandra, I might have to just sit down and eat a sandwich until they get my likes up. I might have to eat a sandwich. All right, let's see, guys. All right, so I see some fish sitting out there. We are currently sitting in about 40-something feet of water. I'm casting up to maybe about the 20, 30-foot range. They did not hit the that shaky head right off the bat, but, I mean, not the shaky head, but the spoon. So let's switch over to a shaky head and kind of get something slow through there on them. Man, that wind is brutal. It is crushing across those rocks. Let's see if you guys can see it over there. Can you see those waves hitting against the rocks? And the sound of the wind blowing in the trees. Now, I'm hid away from the wind, guys. I'm in a cove. So the wind isn't affecting me as much right now, but hopefully it doesn't shift directions on me. Shout out to Don Joe. He said, I likes. We have Carlo back in the chat says, what is happening? What's happening today is this thing we call Bass for Cash. I want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. You guys have heard the name before. All right, Devin, we are out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia, fishing for some of these Magnum spotted bass. You guys have told me you want size. You guys, we took a poll the other day and you guys said size matters. You want bigger fish. You don't want to, remember, for Bass for Cash, all it needs to be is 14 inches. If it is a legally sized fish, which is 14 inches or better, then you guys get a chance to win up to $40. Remember, it does not cost anything to participate. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and double tap your screen to like the video. That's it. That's all it requires, guys. So we're out here fishing across the bottom right now. I see fish kind of moving around. A lot of times, if you were able to find a nice cove similar to this, where the wind is where the waves are kind of coming straight in, but if you guys take a look where I'm at, the water is a little more calm. But if I was to go right back up there where I just came from, do you guys see those white caps? They look small from here, but they are not playing. Al Plain says, my guess is 0.0. You are correct. That is the current weight of the fish that I just weighed. It was 0 pounds because there was no fish. Carlos says, I got a little drunk and woke up with a membership. Oh, my goodness. Not the drunken membership. Shout out to the Lost Sheep. Says, praise God for another day of fishing. Oh, yeah. Life is good. Life is good. We're out here having a good time. And like I told you guys, we're out here for a good time, not a long time. Man, look at this wind. Can you guys see the coloration of the water changing right here? The wind is about to hit me right now. So you can see the wind actually coming across the top of the water too, guys. There's a fish right under us, but it won't bite. Shout out to Hog Catcher. He says, what up, Money? What's going on, Hog Catcher? We're out here doing this thing called Bass for Cash. You know the routine. Hog Catcher, have you won Bass for cash before? I don't think you've ever won, right? Shout out to Max. He says, what boat are you running? Alplane knows. Alplane says, oh, yeah, that's a Nitro. And that would be correct. I'm running a Nitro Z20. Have that 250 horsepower 4-stroke on the back, Mercury Pro XS, with 2 Minn Kota Talons back there. I don't really use them too often. You guys see, I'm normally out here in this, I'm in 40 feet of water right now, so I use Spotlight. I hit them in the head with Spotlight, guys. But I do use my, depending on what lake I'm on, I'll use my, my Talons to get another long cast out there. So we'll see if we can pop them in the mouthpiece with a spoon in just a second. Hog Catcher says, not yet. He said, I haven't won yet, but maybe today is the day. All right, the political fisherman says, baby waves for Lake Erie tournaments. That is correct. These waves are babies, but for us, these waves are full grown. Can you see the white caps out there? Where I'm at right now, I'm in a cove, so I'm kind of hid away. The wind is blowing straight across that way, and it's kind of coming into the cove a little bit right over here. But for the most part, I'm shielded from the wind. Greg says, blowing that bow line. Uh-oh, Tim says, A-rig time. Pale Rider said, it's a 250. That's right, I got that 250 back there. Max says, that Z20 looking good. Appreciate that. Nathan Miller says, hey, I'm having a, what is that? To watch. Oh, my goodness. What's going on, Nathan? Hawkins said it's white capping. That is correct. It is white capping out here. And now the wind is hitting me. The wind shifted a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't shift a lot of bit and I can still hide away so we can at least get a fish or two to the boat. Want to give a big shout out to the chat. You guys we're up to 100 and something people in here, but look at the likes. The likes are ugly. The likes are Medusa right now. The likes are just looking just like Medusa. They're ugly. They'll turn somebody to stone if they take a look at them. Can you get my likes up? Can you get my likes up? The likes are important, guys. It really does help the channel out. That's why I keep bringing that up. It allows the channel to grow a lot faster and push it out there so we can continue to have more people come to the chat to share in the fun. The more people we get in here, maybe the higher those payouts will be. Right now, we are looking at a $100 bill is what we have for the payout. Now, we pay that out in increments. So for every fish that is caught, it'll be a nice $20 bill going to whoever guesses the exact weight of that fish. Now, membership does have its privileges. You guys know the routine when it comes to the members of the channel. Those are the people that we refer to as the money team. Hal Blaine says, daily reminder, remember to never have standing water in your foot pedal. That is right. It can short it out. So if you do get that, then maybe the drain plug where the foot pedal is at is clogged up. So you need to go and check it and just make sure it's not clogged up. Judy said, that looks so cold. Oh, Judy, my hands are cold. Look at my fingers. My fingers got a little chilliness to them. And water was coming over the boat when I was on my way out here, so I got a little wet too. Birdman says, how's the weather? It's -2 here in Nebraska. Oh man, it's not -2 here. It's probably what I would guess and say in the 40s right now. But since I got wet coming out here, my hands and everything got wet, so now it's a little colder to me. Hog Catcher says, my Norris Craft can handle all of that. Oh yeah, I made it. I made it. Ty says, wind is going to pick up to 20 today. Yeah, hopefully I'll be out of here by then. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. You guys heard me. We're going to get out here, catch a fish or two, and then we're going to be outie. I'm just out here to see if anybody wants some of this cash for any of these bass today. We're doing this thing called Bass for Cash. All right, let's move around just a little bit. So I came out here. I found a few fish, but we'll see if we can get these fish to bite, guys. Shout out to Nick. Nick says, dang, Money, you out here? It's like 6 inches out here in Delaware. Oh, my goodness. Are you going fishing? Are you still going to go fishing? Where's the dedication at, Nick? Too Dead for You says, oh, it is cold. Oh, yeah, it's a little chilly. It's a little chilly, but your partner can handle it. Your partner can handle it. Richard says, there you go, my new friend. A sub and a like. Really appreciate that, guys. We are growing pretty fast. You saw we just hit 15,000 subs yesterday. We hit 15,000, and we're still growing, guys. It's phenomenal. He says, anything I can learn to improve my fishing game, I'm in. Ricky Bobby says it is -10 here, but it stopped snowing. Small Water Charters back again. Hello from Okeechobee, out there, land of the big fish. Max says, what reservoir are we on today? I am out here on Lake Lanier. I'm down south, trying to catch some of these spotted bass for today. We've been out here for about 15, 20 minutes. But you guys know I had to run across the lake just for a quick minute. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because I'm going to have to actually make my way back. And I need to do it before the wind starts picking up even more than what it is. Fish for Life says, that a Jacob Wheeler? I got a Zeus. I love Duckett, especially since they're locals. Okay, yeah, shout out to Alabama. Blaze Jackson says, here from Pittsburgh, up there in the snow. Fishing with Timmy said, try a Ned rig, buddy. It'll work. That Ned rig will pop them right there in the mouthpiece, and you'll get them to the boat. I think you might be right, Fishing with Timmy. I think you might be right. Ricky Bobby says, I'd rather be in waves than frozen water. What about frozen water and waves? Frozen waves. Chef Boy says, Texas Snoop, what part y'all fishing the tournament at? All right, Texas Snoop out there about to hit the tournament scene. Man, I need these fish to cooperate, guys. I don't want to keep on having to run around this lake and find some more fish. I need one of them to get bold and put their mouth on it for us. That's all we need. 1 or 2 mouthpieces. See if anybody wants to win any of these funds, and then we can get out of here. Get to stepping. All right, let's see. What do we have? What do we have? We're scanning. We're scouting. So the fish are kind of out here roaming around a little bit. But I've been able to find them out in deeper water in ditches. I know some guys are out here on a shallow water pattern. But to me, fishing offshore is fun. I've always liked it. I've always had fun doing it. Let's see if we can make it happen again for today. All right, we came in a little bit more shallow, guys. We're sitting in 22 feet of water right now. Fishing for Life says, by the way, you should go to Gunnersville. Not today, but when the conditions are good. I got a ton of structure I put out there, and also I like using larger swim baits. Wait a minute, Fishing for Life, I have a Chad shad. I have not caught a fish on that thing yet. I bought 2 of them. If I come to Gunnersville, can you hook me up with a Chad shad glide bait bite? I need about a 7-pounder. Too Dead for You says you should do a comedy skit where you act like you're gonna use a cast net, then say, ah, gotcha. That might work. It might get 3.5 laughs on here for me. That might work, Too Dead for You. Shout out to the chat. Oh my goodness, guys. We're at 140 plus people, but look at the likes. Do the likes look good or bad? Are they good or bad? What do you think? Al Plain says he has to log them on the app. That's right. Shout out to fishxlive.com. You knew I was going to say it. You knew I was going to say it. Fishxlive.com is out here making things happen for me. All right, so let's see, guys. Uh-oh. We have Clint Perry has jumped into the chat. Getting it started. He hit the channel up with 1 gifted membership, and that went to Greg Romero. Shout out to the new member of the Money Team. And what does Fishing for Life say? Says, wow, yeah, I look for those hard bottoms on your down-facing sonar, on GPS, also around river channels. Okay. Uh-oh, the wind shifted on me again, guys. Shout out to Clint Perry, already in here getting it started. Man, guys, are we going to have to move? I don't want to move. I don't want to move. I don't know if these fish are going to cooperate out here today. I may have to move, guys, but I do not want to do it. I do not want to get back out there and fight against those whitecaps. I don't want to do that until I'm going back in, because water was coming over the boat. For anybody that was just tuning in, yeah, it was a little brutal out here. Fishing with Timmy says, do you have an anchor? I have 3 anchors on this boat. Let me show you what the anchors are. You see this button right here? Can you see that anchor right there? If I hit that, listen to the sound. That little deet, and those lights come on. This right here is a offshore anchor. When I hit that, this trolling motor actually moves on its own. So if you take a look, you'll see it kind of moving. The propeller is automated, and it will hold the boat in place. On the back here, this right here and this right here are shallow water anchors. They will shoot a spike down into the bottom of the lake. So as long as I am in 10 feet or less of water, then those shallow water anchors will hold the boat in place also. But being that I am sitting in 24 feet and I'm going anywhere from 24 to 50 feet of water, that shallow water anchor isn't going to really help me out. Not today. Shout out to Jordan. He says, why are you guys saying CP? We are saying CP. We are shouting out Clint Perry. He hit the channel up with a gifted membership. So somebody was just gifted a membership to the channel. All right, guys. We're looking, we're roaming. We're trying to snatch some of these fish off of the bottom. I'm currently in 28 feet of water, so we're going to keep moving around. I'm out here using live imaging. You guys see that right there? I am running Mega Live. Now, that is Mega Live 1. A lot of people said that theirs wasn't working fine, but mine, I'm out here busting fish in the mouthpiece left and right with mine. Alplane says, tell everyone how hard it is to blast off with those talons down. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do it. Hippie Dave says, why are you reporting? Oh, man, y'all are having some fun in the chat, right? All right, let's keep inching around and see what we can see. Man, guys, I do not want to move. I showed you earlier, we have whitecaps out here. Roy Johnson says, thanks, Clint, for the gifted membership. Much appreciated. Alfredo says, do you use an electric motor? I use both. So up here, there's an electric trolling motor. On the back of the boat, there's a gas-powered 250 horsepower 4-stroke motor. Jordan says, you guys love CP. CP gets much love on the channel. That's right. Everybody loves CP. We have Junior Martinez back in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Haven't seen you in a minute. Where have you been? Where have you been? Have you been hiding out? Have you been running from Bass for Cash? Is that what it is? You were like, I don't need that Bass for Cash. I don't need that cash for any of these bass. but glad to have you back. All right, let's just hang out here for a second. I see some fish down under the boat. Let's see if they want to cooperate. Do you want to put your mouth on it? Who is this? Who is it? Shout out to Max Tall, gifted 1 membership, and it went to BMX Master. Oh my goodness, shout out to Max. Really appreciate that, sir. Now, Max, are you new to the channel? Are you new to the channel, Max? Everybody put Max in the chat. Max says, hey, I just stumbled across the stream. Thought I liked it. So I decided to gift a membership. Big shout out to Max. All right, Max, what we're doing is this thing called Bass for Cash. I come out here on a weekly basis and catch these fish. I'm fishing for spotted bass right now. Once I catch the fish, if you guess the exact weight of the fish, you will win a nice payout. Now, it doesn't cost anything to participate. We are doing this thing we call Bass for Cash. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. That is it. Man, that wind is picking up on me, guys. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. Guess the weight of that fish and payow right in your pocket. It's a nice little lump of cash. Now, yesterday, I want to give a big shout out to Chad. Chad came in, was a new viewer. He came in right off the bat and won a $50 bill. He came in as a member. He was gifted a membership, and he capitalized on that. Let's see, guys. I see a few fish out there. Man, it feels good when the wind finally stops. It feels good when the wind finally stops. All right, make sure you guys are paying attention and reading the messages that you see Alexandria putting in the chat. Now, she's giving you the rules of engagement, all right? Those are the rules that you have to follow once we start getting some fish to the boat in order to participate in Bass for Cash. The number one thing that you must remember is you only put one guess per fish. One guess and one guess only. You put that one guess one time in the chat. Do not spam the chat or you will be disqualified. And you don't want that to happen. Make sure you have already hit the subscribe button, because you do have to be a subscriber. That's the only requirement. Subscribe and hit the like button. Now, we are still only at 46 likes, guys. We're at 46 likes, but we have 150 plus people in here. Why are the likes so low? If the likes aren't up, then Bass for Cash won't happen. All right, chat, I need you to talk to your peoples in the chat. What's going on with the chat? What's going on with the likes, guys? All right, so we're right above some fish again. Let's see if one of them wants to come up here and talk to this spoon. Come on over here and talk to it. Ricky Bobby says, I wish they had a super like. Yeah, the likes are still kind of low, guys. We're getting close to 200 people in the chat, and we're still only sitting at 48 likes. Steve Whippy says, let's go. Bust them in the mouthpiece. All right, Wimpy, we're going to hit one in the mouthpiece in just a second. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the likes are egregious. They're egregious, guys. Our likes are sitting at 46, and we were pushing close to 200 people in the chat. We're around 150 right now. Where are the likes at? Alexander says, welcome, Jazzy Tank. Hit the like and subscribe as well. Oh, yeah, we're growing, guys. We have quite a few new people tuning in today. So as you come into the chat, make sure you read the information that Alexandria is putting into the chat, okay? That is what is going to allow you to participate in Bass for Cash and actually win some of these funds. Now, that is the reason that we're out here today. We're out here to do this thing called Bass for Cash. I catch the fish. All you have to do is guess the exact weight of the fish, and you can walk away with a nice and easy $20 bill. Now, the full payout for today is $100. We pay out $20 per fish. All you have to do is guess the weight of that fish after you hit subscribed, all right? But I can tell you right now, if the likes aren't up, it's going to be kind of ugly. Shout out to Jazzy Tank, says, I subscribed already, and I give you a like on everything you post. Shout out to Jazzy Tank. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel. That's what I'm talking about. I'm getting warmed up, guys. We're just warming up. Big Mac says, oh, I got this 20. Big Mac said that 20 is mine. Big Mac is getting his pocket ready for it. Remember, guys, one guess per fish. Do not put multiple guesses in the chat or you will be disqualified. Alexandria is letting you know she has that hawk eye. She will catch you. Fishing with Timmy says, I already subbed when I got here. Big shout out to Fishing with Timmy. Really appreciate the support. So I guess you guys are just waiting on me now, right? You're waiting on me to get a fish to the boat. But guess what? I'm waiting on you guys to hit that like button. Once you get my likes up, then we'll start getting some fish to the boat. Can we make that deal? Get my likes up and I'll get a fish to the boat for you. We're sitting at 52 likes, but we're pushing. All right, that was a decent cash right there. We're pushing over 150 people, getting close to 200 people in the chat with only 53 likes. It's egregious. Myron says, work that spoon, big dog. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to get one on the spoon sooner or later today. Hopefully sooner than later. Because with the way these winds are right now, we're out here for a good time and definitely not a long time. We're going to get a few fish to the boat, see if anybody wants to guess the exact weight and win some of this Bass for Cash. I want to give a big shout out to fishxlive.com. Does anybody know what fishxlive.com is? Have you heard of that name before? What is that? Fishxlive.com. Fishing with Timmy says, come on, y'all, hit that like button. What's the haps? What's going on? What's the holdup? Junior Martinez says, get us up to 65 likes and then he'll put some stank on it. Oh, it'll be a game changer. Junior Martinez knows the deal. He knows about the secret potion. Average Fisherman says, I liked. All right, appreciate that. Man, we should be north of 100 likes already, guys. Sometimes you guys get in here and get active and hit that, and we get north of 100 quick and easy and pretty fast. Today it's a little slow. Let's just slow it down just a little bit. Give them some time to think about it. Big Mac says, what unit of weight are we using? I'm from England, so we use units. We are using pounds. We're using 2 decimal places in pounds whenever we weigh the fish. Luck says, what are you trying? Is that Luke or Luck? Says, what are you trying to catch? I'm out here looking for some spotted bass. That's what we're on today. Shout out to Jay New. Jay New is a new member of the Money Team. You guys see that badge right next to his name? He says, what's up, Money Bass? Jay New is in the house. Shout out to Jay New, longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel and new member of the Money Team. Oh, my goodness. Jazzy Tank says, FishX Live is a fishing recording app and also can tell you what type of fish you have and so on and so on. Right, so I use it for the online journal feature. So you guys see as I catch the fish, I log them into FishX Live. Make sure you guys go to fishxlive.com and get your free, right now there's a free trial offer. It's a free 7-day trial on fishxlive.com. Just get that app, upload a few fish catches to it so you can get an idea of how it works. And remember, what I explained to you guys is that we understand that it is the off season right now. So once fishing season gets into full swing, we will be able to renew your memberships on that, guys. So make sure you go and check it out. FishXLive.com is what we're talking about. Shout out to Steve Wimpy. Says, check out the merch. He's talking about that MoneyBass merch. You see that hat right there? We have hats, hoodies, all that good stuff. Little beanies, because it is a little chilly outside. Fishing with Timmy says, I might get some of that merch. Think I like that MoneyBass guy. Really appreciate that, Timmy. We have Voodoo back in the chat. Says, only when Alexandria says scales open, input your guess. That is correct. Uh-oh, guys. We have Big Dog. Big Dog is back in the chat. Big Dog, didn't you win Bass for Cash before? If anybody is in the chat that has won Bass for Cash before, type I won and put how much you won in the chat. Lahav says, where do you get the merch? So there should be a link. Can somebody let him know where the link is located? I believe there's a link right there on your screen that you guys will be able to see. And when you click that, I believe it says shop or something like that. And you can see the different hats, hoodies. So there's MoneyBass hats and hoodies. There's FishX Live. We also have Bendation merch now available for you guys. You guys were asking for it, so it's there now. Shout out to Mask Off Fishing says, if I win that BFC, I'll buy some merch. If I win that Bass for Cash, I'll get some merch. All right, shout out to Mask Off. Wait a minute, Mask Off, you already won. Everybody in the chat that has won Bass for Cash before, type I won in the dollar amount that you won. Because Mask Off, you just won recently. Mask Off just won Bass for Cash recently. I remember that. It was 2 people that won that day. Wicked Weasel says, I won $0 twice. Is that a win? Is that considered a win? Man, guys, it looks like I may have to move. I really don't want to do it. Mascot says, yeah, but I like to buy in bulk. I want to buy some bulk merch. Junior Martinez, shout out to him. He says, stank time for the Money Team. Junior Martinez has been a full-fledged member for 1 month. Really appreciate that. I see you, Jeff. Jeff easing into the chat. Why aren't they cooperating with us today? Chef Boy says 40. So did you win 40, Chef Boy? Is that what you're saying? Voodoo says, put my skeeter in the water yesterday. Caught a 6 and a 4. Just scouting around. He was like, I was just playing around and caught me a 6 and a 4. Now, those are some good ones. All right, guys, we're still sitting north of 130 people in the chat, but the likes are still sitting at 63. If you have hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. I want to see who's participating. Who's in the chat participating and who has hit that like button for me? Carl Brooks says, oh, I hit that like button. Jeff Newell says, you know I did. Shout out to Birdman and Steve Wimpy out there making it happen. William says, oh, yeah, I'm in the like team. I hit the like. Alexandria and Texas Newt. Carlo, new member of the Money Team, along with Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby and Voodoo back in action. Man, I'm just waiting for that tappy tap, guys. That's all I'm waiting for. Frisco, oh, man, come on, Frisco. Frisco says, I'm going to hold my like until you catch one. And I'm going to hold my catching one until you hit the like. What are we going to do about that, Frisco? How are we going to make that happen? Texas Snoop said, hey, Frisco, I don't know if I like that plan you got. He said, what's up with that? Yeah, so how are we going to make this? How are we going to work this out, Frisco? We got to work out a deal. We're sitting at 71 likes. All right, so far we've been out here fishing a spoon and a shaky head. Not really getting, well, you know, I'm finding them with the spoon. They're taking a look at it, but they're not really committing to it just yet. You guys have seen that we've come out here on some of these occasions, and it just seems like there's a bite window. And maybe I'm just not in that bite window yet because they're looking at it, but they're just not committing. Carolina Reaper says, what ducket rod is that? Do you see it? I'm hitting them in the mouthpiece with that black ice right now. Can you see that? All right, let's see. What do we have here? We're going to ease back out to about 40 to 50 feet of water. Right now, we're sitting in 40 feet. Carl Brooks says, what lure are you using? Right now, I'm throwing a shaky head. Frisco says, that's too deep. You're too deep. You're not really catching the fish that you're catching out there that deep. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. But let me show you something, Frisco. Do you see that right there? In about 45 to 50 feet of water, that right there, my friend, is a fish. Do you see him? And he's just waiting. He's like, MoneyBass, where's that spoon at? Go ahead and drop your spoon down here for me so I can bite it. Take a bite of it. And there's my spoon right there. And there's the fish going over to my spoon. Do you see it? Now what we're going to do is just kind of jig that spoon right there and see if we can get the attention of that fish. Come on over there, fish, and put your mouth on it. That's all we're waiting for. Just want a little bit of action. Frisco says 1. That's right, it's 1. We catch them one at a time. Catch them one at a time. They don't want to play today. They don't want to play yet. They're like, no, partner. Remember what you did to us yesterday. We're not ready yet. We're not ready. Man, that's a nice looking fish down there too, guys. I want to see how big that one is. I bet that one's at least a 4-pounder right there. Carolina Reaper says crappie or perch. Spotted bass is what we're after. Spotted bass. Hopefully we'll get one to the boat in just a second because they're down there now, guys. They're down there moving around. We have the mass bass. Tid in the chat says that fish, but oh my goodness, guys. I thought my rod was about to fall in the water. Don't want that to happen. He says that fish believes the bendation is fake. Oh no, not the fake bendation. We can't allow that. That is against the rules. That is definitely against the rules of engagement. We're sitting in 50 feet of water right now, guys. Can we make it happen? My spoon got foul hooked on me. It fouled up. Okay, it's good now. It's fouled up, guys. Let's go ahead and get that spoon untangled. Shout out to Nicholas. Let's go. Let's make it happen. All right, let's get this spoon fixed up real quick. There we go. We're going to drop it right back down there. Now, you see these fish down here? Those fish are sitting about 50 feet deep. Here's my spoon coming down right here. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Did somebody say, let's get this party started? Shout out to Pure Alaska, guys. Pure Alaska coming in strong right off the bat. Hit the channel with the $49.99 super chat. Says, let's get this party started. Uh-oh. I think those fish need to start cooperating now. I think they definitely need to start cooperating. Shout out to Pure Alaska. I need everybody to put Pure Alaska in the chat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead. We're going to have to change the bait up a little bit too, guys. I mean, they're down there looking at it, but they're just not acting right. They're not acting right. Everybody put Pure Alaska in the chat. And I don't know how many of you went to Pure Alaska's site yesterday. Pure Alaska is out here doing some Alaskan moose hunting, trout fishing, out there catching 72-pound halibut, all of that good stuff, guys. Make sure you guys shout out Pure Alaska. Now, who went to Pure Alaska's site yesterday? Who went to Pure Alaska's channel yesterday and left a message in there? I know quite a few of you did because I went there myself and replied to a bunch of messages and comments. Clint Perry shouting out Pure Alaska. Deadliest of yours says the biggest fish in Alaska. Man, come on, fish. Man, they're down there. They're just playing with me. They're teasing me. You know what I think I need to do, guys? I'm going to bust them in the head with a drop shot. Did I put my drop shot up or do I still have it out here? Yeah, I put it up the other day. So let's go ahead and hop into the let's hop into the bag of tricks. But yeah, once again, shout out to Pure Alaska. Alexandra says, oh yeah, I went and checked out Pure Alaska. She saw some moose hunting going on. Caleb says, do you YouTubers receive the full amount from Super Chats? Man, I mean, you know how it is. There's some taxes going on. I mean, the government is like, hey, give me some of that loot. The government says, where's my piece at? But hey, it is all good. We definitely appreciate the strong support of the channel. Let's go ahead and get a few more of these rods out of here, guys. So we need to find something that these fish want to cooperate with. So they're down there, but they just don't want to bite yet. So let's see. What we'll do is switch up to a drop shot first. But I kind of put these in the rod locker the other day because I had somebody come on the boat with me. And I did not put them in the rod sleeves. And when you do that, your lines will get tangled up sometimes. So I have to kind of be careful with getting all this stuff untangled. so that I don't cause any nicks in my line, because these are nest rods right here. So I'm dealing with like 8-pound line on some of these. All right, we got that one. Now I need to just get my drop shot ready. All right, so let's change this drop shot out. But big shout out to Pure Alaska. Clint Perry said yesterday's show was great. Man, it sure was. I would say shout out to Chad, guys. I don't know who came in and who watched it, but we had a $50 winner yesterday. Chad came in with a heartwarming story of, about some things that he was going through. And on top of that, he received a randomly placed gifted membership. After he got that gifted membership, he guessed the weight of the fish for Bass for Cash and won $50, guys. Fishing with Timmy says, hey, can I get a membership? How'd get in on that action? Yeah, so the memberships are randomly placed. So I don't think anybody can actually specifically gift someone a membership. Now let's get in here and get some stank on it, guys. Put a little stank on it. See if we can get the attention of some of these fish down here. Steve Wimpy said, yesterday was a tearjerker. That is true. That is true. Your partner MoneyBass is like, oh my goodness, my feelings. I'm starting to have some feelings out here. Shout out to Chad. Really, really appreciate it. Stepping through. Clint Perry back once again hit Brock Edwards with a gifted membership, guys. Oh my goodness, the money team is getting bigger and bigger. Before we know it, everybody's going to be out here being a member of the money team, getting 2 guesses per fish and double the payout. Membership does have its privileges, guys, and that is definitely two. That's definitely 2 of the privileges right there. You guys could put CP in the chat. CP in here making it happen. Let's see what else we have going on, guys. All right, I see a few fish out here. So now we're going to try to hit them in the mouthpiece with a drop shot. Since they don't want that spoon, let's try something a little bit different. Just going to dead stick it down there. Richard Green says, what's up, MoneyBass? What's going on, Richard? Another member of the money team tuning in. We've been a nice little family over here, guys. The money team is strong. Man, I see all those fish out there, but they just don't want to cooperate just yet. But I'm not going to move, guys. I don't know for any of you just tuning in, if you can see how rough the water is out there. Now, for me to get over here and hide in this cove, you can kind of see those white caps out there. Now, for me to make it in here, I had to come through all of that, and water was coming over the top of the boat, and I was kind of getting wet because of the wind. The wind was blowing water into the boat, so I don't want to get back out there if I don't have to. Pure Alaska says, sorry, I'm not chatting as much, guys. I'm driving while I'm watching. All right, Pure Alaska said, let me see what's going on out here. All right, let me show you guys some of the scenery. So now we're dealing with overcast. Just about an hour or so ago, the skies were opened up, nice blue skies. Everything was looking nice and lovely. So I was like, hey, you know what? I think that's my cue. That's my window. I can get out there and get a fish or 2 to the boat real quick, ease in and ease out. And then that overcast said was like, hey, I'm back. I'm back. I'm going to hide the sun from you and have you out there cold. Man, oh man, I'm not seeing the fish down there right now. So let's go ahead and switch up again. And what we're going to do now, guys, is we are going to do a different technique. We're going to throw a little swim bait out there and let that thing drop all the way down to the bottom in about 30 to 40 feet of water and reel it in extra slow. These fish are kind of lethargic a little bit. And whenever I catch those fish from down that deep, they have been like cold. So that water is definitely cold down there. Right now, the water temp is 48 degrees where I'm at. So down there where those fish are at, it could be cooler than that. Richard Green said, does it look, he says, it does look a bit rough out there. Oh, yeah, it is a bit rough. Perry Ryder says, if Hippie Dave gets a free membership, the one donated the membership should get a free hat. There has been hundreds of dollars spent trying to get him a free membership. Hippie Dave, listen, Perry Ryder, I don't know if you know this, but Hippie Dave has actually won Bass for Cash. He has won Bass for Cash. Hippie Dave, he got money to where he could have got his own membership if he really wanted one. Shout out to Perry Ryder, just hit the channel with another gifted membership, and that one went to Liz. That gifted membership is like, hey, Hippie Dave has won Bass for Cash. We're not going to give him one. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, gifted memberships are random. Hippie Dave said he's still broke. He said, I'm still broke. I already spent that money. Oh, man. See, look at this, guys. I'm super slow rolling this bait. I'm trying to keep it all the way down on the bottom. It's a 3/8 ounce head on here. Is it 3/8 ounce? I believe it's 3/8. But I'm just slowly rolling it across the bottom, just waiting for that little thumpy thump. Perry Ryder says, sorry, Hippie Dave, I tried. Nathan says, eating fish chips, mushy peas, and gravy whilst watching you, my favorite bass catcher. All right, so I guess I need to catch a bass to be the favorite bass catcher, right? So we'll get one to the boat today. Some days are a little tougher than others. And right now with these weather conditions, guys, people were telling me, man, you don't even want to go out there. But I was like, hey, my peoples need me. They need me. All right, guys, let's get the likes. So we are at 82 likes. We need 18 more likes. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. Let's see who has already hit the like button and how we can get those 18 more likes so we can be at an even 100 likes is where we need to be. Shout out to Richard Green. D Nice says he's back like Jordan in the 90s. What's going on, Amber? Amber said, you need to try CJ's Magic. Bait from Oklahoma City or Choctaw or Midwest City in Oklahoma City. Okay, did I say that right? Choctaw? Max says, Money, what is your streaming setup? Man, I keep it simple. I like to stream. Look at Fishing with Timmy. Hit the like button 3 times. Wait a minute. If you like, unlike, okay, 3 times is good. But if you hit it twice, then you actually unlike. All right, guys, the temps are starting to drop now. So we need to go ahead and I need to focus and go ahead and get a fish to the boat because we're not going to be out here for a long time. Just a good time. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. So let's go ahead and get a fish to the boat. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that is tuning in today. We are out here doing this thing called Bass for Cash. Want you guys to go and check out fishxlive.com. That is a premier tournament app, but it has a lot of features in there that will help out the average angler. One of which is, let me see, where did those fish just go? One of which is the Journal of Catches, all right? The Journal of Catches is one of the main features that you guys see me using whenever I come out here. Alfredo says, any luck yet? Man, my luck right now, I'm having some cold fingers. That's about it. Some cold fingers, some good conversation, and no fishes. We're seeing the fish, but they just won't bite yet. Amber says, like, but this is her husband. Oh, what's going on, Amber? So you said that's the husband, Amber's husband. Okay, I got you. All right, good to have you in the chat. Glad you went ahead and tapped that like button for us. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. All that you have to do to participate in Bass for Cash is subscribe. You do not have to pay anything. Bass for Cash is free to participate and free to win, all right? Alfredo says, try some bacon bait. Try some bacon bait. You got to throw some bacon to catch the hogs. The hogs like the hogs, right? Junior says, we need Money LePew off of the boat. All right, guys. I tried to milk this spot the best I could so that I wouldn't have to move. I know what I'll do. Let's ease to a cove. I mean, not to a cove, to a point in the back of this cove first. And if those fish don't want to cooperate, then we'll take off and head to another location. How about that? It's currently still sitting in 46 feet of water. Alfredo says, brother, come to, oh my goodness, come on to Mexico and you'll see what fishing is. What kind of fishing are you doing out there, Alfredo? Chef Boy said, man, you got to switch your fingers around in the water. They'll start biting. I am not putting my fingers in this cold water until I get a fish. Clint Perry says, fishing with Timmy. I will check it out after this. All right, good deal, good deal. You guys in here networking, doing your thing. All right, so we're going to ease on to the back of this cove a little bit farther. Because like I said, I do not want to get out there and battle in that wind. I need to start getting some hot hands too, guys. I don't really wear gloves when I come out here, but my fingers are cold. They're cold. Alfredo says yellowtail. Okay. So yeah, I would say that is definitely some real fishing right there. Let's see, who do we have here? All right, Alfredo says 2 weeks ago I caught a 13 and 50 pound in about 2 hours and gave them to local people. Okay, you're out there catching the real deal. Let's see, we have another fish under the boat. Let's see what kind of customers we have out here. See if we have a fish that wants to come out and play. All right, so Alfredo, if you go to fishxlive.com, you can set up a free trial membership of FishX Live at fishxlive.com and upload those fish. I will actually be able to I can go to your profile page and go to your journal and take a look, and I can pull up some pictures and show everybody those fish that you're talking about. Shout out to Pure Alaska. Pure Alaska is the current sponsor of today's live stream. Now, Pure Alaska uploaded some halibut, some, what else was that? Some king crabs up there doing it big in Alaska. Jeff Newell says, MoneyBass, you're a beast. Rainy and cold, and it ain't a tournament. I don't do cold. Yeah, buddy, it's windy, cold. But you see, I'm hiding. Today's current live stream sponsor is Pure Alaska with the $49.99 with honorable mentions going to Clint Perry and Max, and also Pear Ryder for hitting the channel with those memberships. Big shout out to those guys. Steve Wimpy says, it feels like Alaska here. All right, let's take a look. Big shout out to Pure Alaska. Like I was saying, did anybody go to Pure Alaska's channel yesterday and take a look at some of those fish and the content on that channel? Moose hunting. I'm waiting for the polar bear hunting. How do you stalk a polar bear without that polar bear stalking you? That doesn't sound like it would be a good situation to be in. Martinez says scales are open. How are the scales open? What is going on here? Junior Martinez, you may get disqualified before we even catch a fish. You don't want to play around with Alexandria. She will hit you with the DQ. Caleb says, hey, MoneyBass, sorry for my rude comment earlier when asking, super. I don't know. I missed it. All right, Fishing with Timmy says, come on, 8 more likes. Okay, we need 8 more likes to hit 100. He says, we're going to guess the size of the spoon. Man, I got to put my hoodie on now. Put the hood on the hoodie. Yeah, the temps are starting to drop again. And the wind is picking up. And I'm looking at that water out there that I will have to fight against to get back to where I came from. And I don't want to do it. But I'm going to have to make it happen. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go over here and fish these rocks. Man, no, I can't go over there. I can actually see the wind is blowing over there. Not gonna do it. Shout out to Jeffrey Bates. He says he just tuned in. Jeffrey, is this your first time to the channel? Or are you just tuning in for today? All right, guys, my fingers are cold. Got some cold fingers going on out here. We're just going to go down this bank, head out to this other point out here. Jeffrey Bates says, yes, sir, first time and subscribed. Oh, my goodness, really appreciate that, sir. We are out here doing this thing called Bass for Cash. All you have to do to participate is subscribe. It does not cost a thing to participate. Subscribe and hit that like button. Once I get a fish to the boat, all you have to do is guess the weight of that fish to be eligible. Well, if you guess the weight of the fish, then you will win a nice cash payout. That is how Bass for Cash works. It is nice, quick, and easy. Very simple. Come to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and get your guesses in within 2 minutes, and that is it. Let's see, what does Abu say? He says, enjoy every moment of life. It will not come again. That is so true. That is kind of what we were, the sentiment of yesterday. Get out here and enjoy each other's company. You know, make the best of it. Fisherman Timmy says 5 more. We need 5 more likes so we can hit 100. I think at 100 likes is when we'll go ahead and start getting some fish to the boat. What do you guys think? 100 likes is all we need. James McCormick says, I'm getting the grease hot. Just waiting on the fish. Gone 3 Fishing says, what bait are you using? I'm currently throwing a shaky head right now. Seeing if we can make something happen with this shaky head. Just going right down this ledge. Looking for some active fish. Man, there definitely should be some active fish over here. But I'm not really seeing any at the moment. Man, it is starting to get a little icy out here right now, guys. I can feel the temps dropping each time the wind blows across my hands. What's going on, Herman? Says, greetings, sir. Happy New Year to you, sir. May heaven bless you always. Same to you, Herman. We're out here having a good time. Remember, we're out here for a good time, not a long time. It's a little too cold for a long time, but not for a good time. We have Hello Kitty tuning in. Say, what's up, what's up? Oh yeah, that cold front is definitely coming through. So I can feel the temperatures dropping right now, guys. Richard Green says, give us some tight lines and put some stank on it. He said, put some dank on it. Jeffrey says, you are using my favorite rods. Oh, yeah. It's been good to me. Been good to me. Guys have seen me get a few fish to the boat. We're sitting in 17 feet of water right now. Let's keep on easing down this bank. What I'm doing is just working my way back to this point back here. So this is a point in the back of this cove. And we're going to check that out and see. Richard Green says, great quality equipment. Yeah, you want to have some decent gear. Get out here and make some things happen. We have JG Jiggin, says saltwater or fresh. I'm out here saltwater. Lake Lanier down in Georgia. Looking for some of these spotted bass, trying to see if they want to cooperate. But they're like, nah, Money Bass, we're going to have you out here in the cold today. We're going to have you out here in the cold and we're not even going to bite. I'm like, come on, just put your mouth on it just a little bit. Just go ahead and give me a tappy tap. That's all I need, just a little tappy tap. Not asking for much. JG says, is there, let me see, are there reds up there with no, sir? I'm in fresh water out here, Lake Lanier. Spotted bass, largemouth are pretty much what I'm after. Gonna see if we can find one or two. Get them to the boat, then do this thing called Bass for Cash. Man, that wind is definitely not my friend. I'm looking at those waves out there, guys. I'm not looking forward to trying to make it back out of here. Herman says, Jesus told Peter, James, and John to cast your line on the left-hand side of your boat. Oh, cast it on the left-hand side of the boat, huh? We're still kind of going down the side of this ledge. Crazy, what is that? Crazy Bird the Gamer says, hook me up with some tips on bass fishing. Well, you got to get out there and fish. You got to get out there and fish. If you're just starting out, I would say start off with something simple, like shaky head and crankbait, something like that. Just keep it simple. If you're fishing from the bank, you just got to have some fun with it. Enjoy the scenery. You see that scenery? I used to fish from the bank a lot. Walk around through the woods, listening to the squirrels, seeing some deer run through the woods, all that good stuff. But you just have to get out there, take your time with it, and just learn as you go. But yeah, get you a nice little shaky head set up and a crankbait rod and get out there and get to it. Lauren says, hey, I keep on missing you all these days. So check this out. If you want to go back and say you missed when I'm out here and you just want to go back and see the catches, once we finish the live stream, I go back and I put chapters in there. And what those chapters allow you to do is go straight to the catches that occurred for that day. All right, guys, so I'm coming back here to this point, and I'm hoping that there's some active fish back here. Because what I'm doing, guys, I am trying to do the best that I can without having to go back out there on that main lake. But it doesn't look like that plan is working, so I may have to go ahead and fight through that, get back out there and make it happen closer to the boat ramp. Appreciate you for tuning in, Crazy Bird the Gamer. Fishing with Timmy says, do you have a whopper plopper? Sure do. I have a whopper plopper or two. Man, so I came back here all the way to the back and no activity. It's not looking good for the home team. But here is a ledge. Let's see if this ledge might save the day. Carlo, what's going on? Jefferson water is actually warmer than the air temp. All right, so I see a nice ledge out here. Let's kind of scan around. Cast right out there. We're just gonna fish this ledge now. Made a nice 60-foot cast. There's my bait right here, falling down right down in here. It looks like there may be a little movement down there. So we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what's going on out here. It is about 40 feet of water. So there may be some fish actually in the back of this cove, in this ditch. So that is what we're gonna be looking for right now. Because like I said, I do not wanna go back out there on that main lake. We're sitting at 100 likes. All right, everybody give yourselves a round of applause in the chat. We did it. We got up to 100 likes. I told you once we get to 100 likes, then it would be my job to get a fish or two to the boat, right? So now let's see if we can make that happen. Lauren says, okay, let me give you a challenge. Catch a fish in 20 minutes or I unsubscribe. I don't know about that challenge. What kind of challenge is that, Lawrence? Lauren said, let me just put something out there. Let me give you a challenge, a non-challenge challenge. Oh goodness. But yeah, guys, we have been growing fast. And we hit over 15,000 subscribers yesterday. So really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel, guys. Shout out to Chauncey. Says, what up, money? He is like number 102. Chauncey has been a long time viewer and supporter of the channel. Really, really appreciate you. Man, today is a cold one. And that wind is brutal out there. That wind is actually getting worse, guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay out here because I can't. Like in this cove where I'm at, I'm shielded from the wind. But I really, in order to catch fish, I probably need to get out of here and go someplace else and look for them. But in order to do that, I have to go out there where that wind is. And somebody told me that wind is now getting up to around 20 miles an hour or so. And I do not want to be out there playing around in that. That is no fun. Fishing with Timmy says, my channel is 3 days old and I hit 14 subscribers yesterday. Okay, you're rolling. Look at Herman giving a prayer for a fish. Like, hey, man, where are the fish at? Go ahead and hook us up with one big old fish. So did anybody get out and do any fishing this past weekend before all of the extra cold weather and stuff like that hit? In the chat, has anybody been doing any fishing yourself? Man, I bet I know where some fish are at, too. Max says, I caught a massive tree bass last week. Actually, I caught one, too. I don't know who was watching, but I fought it all the way to the boat, too, guys. And we waited. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and spot lock here. Let's see if those are some fish down there, if there's some activity on the bottom. Didn't see any fish over there. We're on the hunt, guys. We're on the hunt. Jeffrey Bay says it's too cold to fish here. Yeah, it is a little cold out here today, guys. We have about 30 more minutes. Steve Wimpy says, Money, I'm ready for that bank tournament. You really want to take me on the bank too, Wimpy? Herman says, what kind of bait did you put on your line? Right now I'm fishing with a shaky head. What you just saw me using was a spoon. So I've just kind of been alternating between those two things. Going shallow, then I'll go out and see if I can see a fish in the ditches or anything like that. But either way, right now, the fish that I've been finding haven't been cooperating. Lauren says, I'm in South Africa, so yes, sir. Got those top waters work out nicely. Oh, yeah, you guys know I love that top water bite. A few months ago, man, that was the deal. We were having a great time. That's when I caught that 5-pounder. Somebody was asking what was the biggest fish that I caught while doing these lives so far, and it was a 5.09, and that was on a top water bait. Fisherman Timmy says, I'm out. Good luck. All right, appreciate you for tuning in. I guess you were just like me, here for a good time, not a long time. Chauncey says, it's time for the 2025 Battle of the Anglers. That is true. Caden says, do you use bait casters? I sure do. There's the bait caster sitting right there. So I've been alternating between those two setups today. All right, there we go. So there's a fish under the boat. All right, Caden, there we go. So here's the bait caster. Let's drop it right down there. Fish Tank says, do you fish on the bottom? I sure do. So what we were just fishing with a spoon. There was some fish kind of relating to the bottom on that, but they did not want to cooperate. So I'm gonna head on to the back of this cove real quick. And then we're gonna ease up. If we don't get anything in the back of this cove, I guess you guys are gonna see me fight through that those waves and everything out there. And get back a little closer to where we came from. Carlos says, fishing with dynamite. Yeah, I might need a little dynamite. Jody says, pop him in the lip. Hit him in that mouthpiece. All right, let's go over and fish this submerged, what is that, like a little submerged walkway or something back here. Let's fish that for a quick second. Good morning from Australia. What's going on, Brad? Good to see you in the chat. Out here doing this thing we call Bass for Cash. Make sure you take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. It does not cost a thing to participate. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. Guess the weight of the fish once we get it to the boat. And there you go. Nice little payout for you. All right, let's see. So now we're back here in this ditch. I can see a nice ditch coming right through here, guys. So we're going to fish that ditch and see if there's any fish in there kind of relating to the bottom. That's still about 30 feet of water. It's looking good. Let's see. Carlos says, what is that robot thing doing? Are you talking about this right here? Is that what you're talking about, Carlo? That's the trolling motor. Bass Fisher says, have you caught anything? We have not caught any yet. We haven't caught any yet. Out here battling this wind and a little bit of cold. So yeah, so this is the trolling motor. This is what I use to control the with this foot pedal. So when I push this foot pedal left and right, it kind of controls the direction of the boat. Oh no, guys. What just happened? It didn't break me off. Oh my goodness. I think we got a little tappy tap. I think we got a little tappy tap, guys. We're going to get back in there and see. Did we get a tappy tap? If we did, if we got a little tappy tap, it might be time to get a fish to the boat. Herman says, try again, try again. Jody says, we need a bitey bite, not a tappy tap. Yeah, we need a tappy tap, then a bitey bite, right? What's going on, Julian? Julian is back. Good to have you back in the chat. Jody says, we need to see that bendation. We need to see if that bendation is real. We sure do. We need to let them know. I got to let them know, right? So we're just fishing the shaky head, taking our time with it. Jeffrey says, free piercings for all fish. The piercings are free. Oh, man, oh, man. I should not have made this run and came across that lake. I do not want to go back and fight through that. So on the way over here, for anybody who does not know, the waves were pretty bad. So water was actually, the wind was blowing and it was blowing water over the side of the boat. And being that it's cold, it does not feel good. Frisco says, show us what you're talking about. Go out there and get beat up by those waves so we can have some fun watching. No bueno, no bueno. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and get back. A shout out to Thailand. We have Thailand in the chat. We have a little bit of everybody in here. Those that know. MoneyBass is worldwide. So what kind of fish are you catching over there in Thailand? Do you do any bass fishing over there? All right, so we're about to go back out here and fight through these waves. We're gonna go to where we caught a fish the other day. And let me show everybody that may not know about this thing called FishX Live. That is what we're gonna use to just kind of look up what we have done this week. So fishxlive.com, that is the app that I use to track where I've been catching the fish at. So right now, I went to some new places today because I wanted to get out of that wind. So as you guys can see, it did not prove to be too productive. So let's go to the app and go back to my journal of catches right here. So that's your partner MoneyBass right there. Let's go to my journal of catches. And what's today's date? Let's see. So yesterday, so on the 5th, there the fish we caught yesterday. We caught that 256. So that location, there's the fish, there are the notes, the bait, and then it has a map right here where I can look to see where I caught that fish at. Now, do I want to go back over there? No, I don't want to go over there. So let's look at one of these other fish that we caught, guys. So let's go, let's look for the catches that were done in January. So the biggest fish that was caught was this 412. You guys see that one right there? So that was the biggest one that was caught. That was caught on the 1st. So that was my New Year's Day fish right there, 4.12 pounds. I caught that on that spoon. So let's ease up. Let's see, where did I catch that one at? Let's zoom in on this map and let me take a look. Oh, okay. And actually, I'm not far from that location. So what I'll do, just ease right back over here. Take a quick look. Nathan says, I saved. What are you guys talking about in the chat? Carlos says, in Finland, we have to report every fish we get, weight and size, and where in the app. Okay, good deal. Jody says, no speeding, MoneyBass. Oh, no, I'm not going to be speeding getting back. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shout out to FishX Live. Yeah, I'm not going to be speeding going back. What does M4 Fishing say? Where is he at? I saw M4. He says, wait, are you serious? You're back out there in the coming storm? Oh, yeah, buddy. All right. So, Mako, M4 Fishing. Do you see how this water is hitting the boat? So we're about to cut across this lake. It's gonna be a little rough. So if you guys haven't seen some rough riding before, we're gonna go ahead and get on plane now. And I have to keep this boat positioned in a way to where the water does not come over the bow. But there are definitely whitecaps out here, guys. All right, guys, we made it. I don't think you guys can really tell from the camera angle, but it was pretty rough. Could you guys hear the waves hitting the boat? Could you see the water that the wind was blowing over the sides of the boat. It got your partner all wet. So now, not only am I cold, but it's a little wet out here too, guys. But we can still get it cracking. Shout out to the money team. We're about to see what we can do, guys. What does Jody say? His first bass will be 2.5 pounds. Jody has faith. Jody says, I have faith in your money, Bass. I think you can make it happen. I think you can make it happen. Shout out to Jody. Really appreciate it. Colton says, how you like that black ice? Was on sale at Tackle Warehouse over the holidays. Oh yeah, it makes some things happen. This black ice definitely makes some things happen, guys. It's seen a lot of bendation. Julian says, Money Bass, my wife told me to stop fishing so much. I told her that I'm hooked. That's a good one. I'm hooked, baby. I don't know what to do. I'm just like that fish on the end of Money Bass's line. I'm hooked. M4 Fishing says, yes, get out of there. M4 said, hey, man, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Is the bendation real, Money Bass? Is it? Is it really real? We're going to see if we can find out. How about that, M4? M4, you want to come out here with me? Derek said, what's that smell? Oh, my goodness, Derek. You know what that smell is? Let me show Derek what that smell is. Derek said, what is that smell? Derek's like, you need to put some stank on it. Let's go ahead and put some stank on it. Oh, my goodness. Let's go ahead and put a little stank on it right there. M4 says, I'll pass on that one, Money. You're not going to come and hang out with your partner, M4? You're going to leave all the fun to me, huh? M4, it's not as bad as you think. It's actually worse. How about that? It's not as bad as you think. It's actually worse. Shout out to Carp Warrior out there fighting those carp. M4 says, yes, once it gets above 55 degrees. Baby boy says he's talking about you skunking, I think. He can't be talking about that. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about? If it is, I'm going to have to show you something. All right, Steven Shin says, Money Bass, what's going on? Good to see you back in the chat. Colton says, I know you lying. It's cold, no matter how you see it. Yeah, it is a little chilly out here. It's just a little chilly. It's just a little chilly. All right, let's see. Voodoo says, Money Bass, don't need to brave the elements for us. We're just having a little fun out here, Voodoo. Like I told you before, I'm out here for a good time, not a long time. It's 1:30. We'll do 15 more minutes and then we'll be out. 15 more minutes and then gone. Derek King says, I'm playing with Money. I got faith in him. He will figure it out or freeze to death trying. Steven says, we about to go live too. Let me see. Gonna go after some crappie. All right. Get some of those crappie out there. What's up, Kevin? Says, what it do, player? We're about to see if we can do it, make it do what it do. Julian says, Money, you're the real deal. They says, is it raining? It was raining. It was raining on my way over here. All that water spraying over the boat. Jeffrey says, hey, that's why I'm phone fishing today. Yes, sir, Jason. I am out here on Lake Lanier, down south, trying to get a spotted bass to the boat real quick so we can do this thing called Bass for Cash. See if anybody wants some of this cash today to go and spend a little bit, go online and do some shopping or something like that. Have some fun with it. Colton says, I gave my spot up to them duck hunters. Yes, there was a guy out here yesterday, just finishing up duck hunting. He said he got one. Got one little ducky duck. And then says, oh, poor duck. Jason says, are you ditch fishing with the minnow? Not ditch fishing with the minnow right now. Just wanted to try something else out real quick like. Oh, that water's pretty deep right there. Let's go ahead and make a nice cast over there. See if any of these fish want to come out and play today. Wait a minute, did I miss something? What did I miss? Who is that? Is that Pure Alaska once again? Oh my God. Pure Alaska hit the channel with 10 gifted memberships, guys. 10 gifted memberships. Shout out to Nathan Gay, Brian C., Mim Jones, Cassandra, Mike Deal, TMI, DF Norwood, KC Jones, Blicky, and Shayla. All got gifted memberships. Everybody put Pure Alaska in the chat once again. Oh my goodness. Brought some more members to the money team. Man, I gotta get a little fishy fish to the boat so we can have some. Let's see if some of those new money team members can walk away with some cash. Everybody put Pure Alaska in the chat. Yesterday, Pure Alaska introduced us to some moose fishing, guys. Who went and took a look at Pure Alaska's channel on YouTube? Put I did in the chat if you went and took a look at Pure Alaska's channel. Just put I did in the chat. M4 Fishing says, I did. Did you leave a comment, M4? FHG shouting out Pure Alaska. Clint Perry says, I'll check it out. Yeah, make sure you guys go over and check out Pure Alaska on YouTube. Once you get there, drop a comment. And when you drop a comment, let them know that MoneyBass sent you. We have to support those that support us. Big shout out to Pure Alaska. He hit the channel with 10 new memberships, guys. So for those of you that do not know, membership on this channel does have its privileges. When we do this thing called Bass for Cash, the members of the channel get 2 guesses per fish. Along with those 2 guesses, they also get twice the payout. So membership does have its privileges. So that membership is worth a little more than what you may think. Chad found that out yesterday. Chad came in, someone gifted him a membership. He took that gifted membership and guessed the weight of that fish and walked away with a $50 bill, just like that. All right, let's see, guys. So we moved to a different area of the lake. I went ahead and came back across. I should not have went across all of those waves and everything earlier and headed out to the location I was at to begin with. But I wanted to go and check something out. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Again? Did Pure Alaska do it one more again? It looks like he has now hit the channel with 10 additional super chats, guys. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Baby Boy, Intune, Jeffrey Huff, Anthony Jones, Scott S., Joseph Cox, Voodoo. Oh my goodness, Voodoo, you got you a gifted membership. We have Brent Gross, Ace of Trades, and Skizzle. We also have Gangsta 3. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The money team is definitely getting long and strong. Everybody put Pure Alaska in the chat. Like I said, you always have to give credit where credit is due. You know something? We need to do something a little special for Pure Alaska. I need somebody to go over to Pure Alaska's channel and tell me how many views does his newest video have and what is the name of that video? What is the newest video that Pure Alaska has on his channel, guys? Who can do that for me? You see Pure Alaska's in here doing some things for us. Let's see what we can do for Pure Alaska. Go to Pure Alaska's channel and come back and let us know what is the name of the newest video and how many views does that video have. Derek King says, still no Hippie Dave? Oh my goodness, still no Hippie Dave. Hippie Dave. Oh my goodness, not Hippie Dave. Hippie Dave cannot get a membership. Hippie Dave just needs to go ahead and buy a membership. Frisco says, am I invisible? What about me? See Frisco, you know what that means? You know why that's happening, right, Frisco? Frisco said, I'm gonna hold off on my like. My like is my like is different. My like is valuable. I'm gonna hold off on my like. Keep on holding off on that like, Frisco. Keep on holding off on that like. Pure Alaska says, sorry, hippie, I tried. Oh, Frisco said, hey, but I did. I clicked it. Okay, all right. So, Frisco, you clicked it. So, we'll see. We'll see now. Shout out to Soda Gamble says, great day moose hunting. 800 views. That is right. And how many subs does Pure Alaska have? Let's see if we can get Pure Alaska a few more subs. Shout out to Pure Alaska. I'm waiting to see some of that Alaskan fishing and catching those king crabs. That's what I want to see. Julian says, Carlos says it was 525, but guess what? It's now 526. Shout out to Pure Alaska. Alexandra, could you put a link to Pure Alaska's channel in the chat? Big shout out to Pure Alaska. And Pure Alaska, make sure you let us know when you're going to be doing some more of those, catching some more king crabs. I want to see how that's done. I want to see some of those king crabs, man. You're making me hungry because I didn't eat before I came out here. And it's almost 2 o'clock. Man, I want some king crab. Soda Gamble says, I just subbed. Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys go over there to Pure Alaska. Hit them with a sub. And also make sure you leave a comment on that channel. And let them know that MoneyBass sent you. Let them know that MoneyBass sent you. Pure Alaska is a part of the money team. Shout out to Pure Alaska. And you know what? I think Pure Alaska, you received a gifted membership yourself, right? Pure Alaska, did you receive a gifted membership? Is that how you became a member? And now just returning the favor. Look at that. Derek King says, Pure Alaska, I subbed. Pure Alaska says, yep, sure did. Got that gifted membership. Oh, my goodness, guys. Oh, my goodness. Do you see what that is? That is not bendation. That's vacation. That's vacation right there. Oh, man. I was hung up on something, but it pulled back a little bit. All I had to do was feel a little pulling back, and you know I'll swing on you. Whatever that was, it was feeling a little froggy, so I had to yank on it. So the gambler says, damn. Kevin the Fish Kid said, vacation. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that wasn't bendation. That was vacation. That was some vacation going on right there. Man, I'm feeling a lot of stuff over here. Let's see. Nope, that wasn't one either. But I had to chin check them. You know, sometimes you just have to chin check them. Be like, hold your chin up. Hold your chin up and to the left a little bit. Pie-yow. Go ahead and chin check them. Julie says, no, not the vacation. Oh, yeah, it was vacation time right there. It was close to bendation, but it was vacation. Kyle says, that's a nice ducket rod. Oh, yeah, it has some good bendation on it. Frisco says, slow roller chatterbait. Frisco, my fingers are cold. My fingers are cold. I don't feel like changing up anything right now. If my fingers weren't so cold, I might do it. But right now, with these cold fingers, Julian says, also money. Care for a joke? Uh-oh, Julian. Oh, my goodness, Julian, you're making me know. What's the joke, Julian? Let's hear it. What you got? Baby boy says, I say wacky rig. All right, Julian, what is the joke? Let's see, everybody. Julian has a joke for us. Let's see who's going to get it. Ralph says, ooh, we back at it. Hook 'em. Oh, yeah, we're going to pop something in the mouthpiece. So the Gamble says, what's the temp where you're at, money? I'm not sure. She says it's 40 degrees here. It feels like it's probably in the low 40s, close to the 30s right now. So it may be like, say, 41, but feels like 37, that type of thing going on. Something like that. Derek says the temp is cold. The degrees, how many degrees is it? It's cold degrees. All right, let's move again, guys. Again, big shout out to Pure Alaska. Pure Alaska has come in and hit the channel with 20 gifted memberships, guys. 20 gifted memberships. Pure Alaska says, hey, I've heard of Clint Perry and Justin White. Let me go ahead and join the gifted memberships club. Because I think Clint Perry and Justin White had gifted out the most amount of memberships on the channel. But Pure Alaska said, let me get in on that action. Let me get in on that action. All right, we're going to go back into the back of this cove again, guys. Frisco says 33 here feels like 24. When it gets that cold, does it really make that much of a difference? You know, it's like, hey, it's negative 100, but it feels like negative 120. I think once the temp gets down to a certain temperature, whether it feels like 10 degrees or 5 degrees, does it really make a difference? G Fishing says, have you caught anything? Not today. Haven't caught anything yet, but let me just show you how the week has been going. Let's see. So if you go to, like I said, everybody that is watching, you can go to fishxlive.com and set up your free membership on here. You get a free trial subscription, guys. fishxlive.com. That is my profile page. Now let's go into my journal of catches. Now you see my journal of catches. I have it set on January right now. So this is what I've caught so far in January. That's a decent number of fish, right? There's my biggest one right there. We went over to that area a little while ago to see if we could you know, get another one. Caught that on that bait. Now, this is the thing about FishX Live, guys. Everybody will have their journal of catches. Now, you can have this journal set to private, where only, well, actually, you'll be the only one that can see it, or you can make it public. If you make it public, then people can see your fish catch, the date, type of fish, the weight, that basic stuff. But then there's also a private section, private info. Only you can see this. So it'll show your bait. It'll show you the map of your location, the, you know, the water temp, water clarity, weather, things like that, specifically for the fish that you caught. But there you go, guys. These are the fish that we have been catching so far since we've been out here. This is just for January. And what's today, about the 5th or something like that? So we've been out here making it happen. So we're going to get back out here once again, one more again. Get a quick fish to the boat. We're just going to see if we can get one to the boat real quick, and then we're going to head out because I have some things to do today. But I did want to hop on here, say some hello to some of my peoples. Pure Alaska says, thanks, M4. It's been great. I actually built a remote cabin this fall. Oh, my goodness. Man, once you take a look at that video, M4 is going to make you want to take a trip to Alaska. You want to go up to Alaska with us and go do some polar bear hunting? I got to put a little stank on it. Baby boy said, this makes me feel like I'm fishing. All right, so Julian, here we go. Julian says, MoneyBass, here it is. I went to a psychic the other day. She said, you'll catch a big fish tomorrow. I asked, how big? She smiled and said, bigger for you. Let me see. She said, bigger for you to lie about it. She smiled and said, bigger for you to lie about it. I don't get it, Julian. Kyle says, I like it. Look, maybe I'm too cold. Maybe I'm just too cold right now. Because it is a little hard to cast right now because my fingers are cold. You know what, Pure Alaska? Right now, I'm feeling like I'm in Alaska. Brian says, I bet it's cold. I bet you're right. Pure Alaska says, Hippie Dave. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I was trying to get you a membership. Hippie Dave. Nobody's going to ever be able to get Hippie Dave a membership. Hippie Dave is going to have to buy his own membership. Uh-oh, Pure Alaska said, let's try one more time. Oh, my goodness. Now, if Hippie Dave gets a membership, Pure Alaska, if you were able to get Hippie Dave a membership, nobody has been able to do it so far. Oh, my goodness. There we go once again. Wait a second. That's Clint Perry. Clint Perry is hopping in on the action. They're trying to get Hippie Dave a membership. Did it work? Let's see. Shout out to Clint Perry. Let's see. We have Texas Turmoil. We have the Reef Robber, Chris Gamble, Luke and Tile Rob. But no Hippie Dave. Oh, my goodness. Pure Alaska is at it. Oh, my goodness. With another 10 memberships. Let's see who got it. TJ Fishing. Who else? Stop the Divide. That boy Pinky. #1 Lions fan. Simplify. Oh, my goodness. M4 Fishing just got a membership. M4 Fishing is part of the Money Team. Eastbound Dog is back at it again. Hold on, wait a second. Eastbound Dog got a membership too. Beards and Bass is now a membership. Where's Hippie Dave? Oh my God. You guys are shooting them back to back. Clint Perry came in with another 5. Void Outdoors, Billy Harden, Herbert. Okay, we got Herbert. MJ's Bowl. Still no Hippie Dave. Hippie Dave is not going to get a membership. Oh my goodness. New mammification says what state? We're out here in Georgia. Shout out to Pure Alaska and CP. Everybody put Pure Alaska and CP in the chat. Oh my goodness, they had a flurry. They had a flurry. Carlos says Hippie need to put the free gift light on. Uh-oh. Man, but wait a minute. I think Hippie Dave has been a member before. Is Hippie Dave in the chat? What if Hippie Dave doesn't have it activated to where Hippie Dave could get free free memberships? Is Hippie Dave in the chat? Shout out to Pure Alaska and CP. Oh my goodness. It was a flurry of memberships coming through, guys. Shout out to Rapstar says, I'm back. Man, I cannot believe it. Shout out to Clint Perry and Pure Alaska. M4 Fishing says, yep, as long as I can keep a heater with me. Oh, then you'll head on out. But M4, do you see that you are now a member of the Money Team? Oh my goodness, what just happened? Is that the Fish Kid? Hit Janoy Kresva. Daniel is now a member of the Money Team. Rich G, John C, and Tweezy. Oh my goodness, not Tweezy. Tweezy is in there too. Man, you guys are trying. And still no Hippie Dave. Is Hippie Dave even in the chat? Is Hippie Dave in the chat? Oh man, Greg Davis says, I missed it. Oh no. Oh, where is Hippie Dave at, guys? Jody says, is this the battle to be a sponsor of the channel? Listen, is Alexandria in the chat? Because I need some help. I have lost count, but I can tell you right now, Pure Alaska is definitely the sponsor of today's live stream. 25 gifted memberships, $50 super chat. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Kevin the Fish Kid. Coming in is like, hey, let me hop in on this too. Let me see if I can hook up. There's Hippie Dave. Hippie Dave, do you see what has been happening? I think you've missed a lot if you weren't here, Hippie Dave, because you haven't been putting comments in here. Do you realize they just gifted, I don't know, about 30 memberships trying to get you a membership? Now, Hippie Dave, do you have your memberships activated? Have you been a member of the channel before? Pierre Ryder says, I'm holding back because there's no hope for Hippie Dave. Oh, goodness. Look at all of the members of the channel. Shout out to M4. He says, I'm with you, Hippie Dave. Hippie Dave says, all good. I love this stream. Hippie Dave, do you have it activated to where you can receive gifted memberships? Because I believe you were previously a member of the channel, right? And then it just expired on you. Jody says, Money Team still in the Christmas spirit. Oh, yeah. They're out here trying to, they got the the gift to give, those free memberships, and still no Hippie Dave. Hippie Dave, I'm with you. Hippie Dave, oh my goodness. But Hippie Dave has won Bass for Cash before, guys. Steve Wimpy says, Hippie Dave's, he says, place won some Bass for Cash. That is right, he sure did. Greg Davis says, hey, I want my 2 votes. We have Melly Bell checking in. Melly Bell, are you a Marine? M4 says, let's go Pure Alaska. Everybody put Pure Alaska in the chat. We have Pure Alaska coming in with the sponsorship. Then we have a bunch of honorable mentions, guys. I can't even keep up with it. I can't even keep up with it. But you know, I always want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. Really, really appreciate everybody for coming in strong, supporting the money team. Oh my goodness, guys. Do you see the cast I just made? That was horrible. That was terrible. Shout out to Steve Wimpy. He says, money, it's freezing and windy out there. What's up with the mouthpiece? Well, my mouthpiece is freezing. My mouthpiece is freezing, but I'm having a good time. I'm having some fun. Will Hippie Dave ever become a member of the channel? On the next episode of Bass for Cash, as we pursue the membership for Hippie Dave, will it happen? Or will it continue just to be a dream that has become a nightmare for Hippie Dave? It's going to be the Hippie Dave episode. Is this the Hippie Dave episode, guys? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do you guys see this? Pure Alaska said he is going to give it another shot. This is truly the Hippie Dave episode, guys. Let me get my bait out of here before my boat floats off. This is the Hippie Dave episode. Will Hippie Dave get that membership? Oh my goodness, guys. Do you see it? Do you see it? We got another 10 gifted memberships. Another 10 gifted memberships courtesy of Pure Alaska Fishing. Oh my goodness. Pure Alaska is coming in strong, guys. Let's see. Let's call them out. Stephen Walden, Dodie, Austin Randall, Hook Set John, Charles Jackson, Wise Eyes TV, El Catfish Grande, Ken Big Fishing, the Michigan Outdoorsman, Stephen McCurry. Oh my goodness, guys. Do you see what just happened? Still no Hippie Dave. Hippie Dave, what have you done to deserve this? Hippie Dave, have you been living right? Hippie Dave, you may not just be living right. Derek says you need to change the channel to Money Alaska. I might need to do that. Do you believe it? And still no Hippie Dave. Pure Alaska says, okay, Hippie Dave, I give up. Listen, Hippie Dave must not be living right. What else could it be, Hippie Dave? We have Sweet Lady back in the chat. She said it looks windy. And not only looks windy, it is windy. At this point, Pure Voodoo says, at this point, Pure Alaska is a legend. That is true. Pure Alaska is a legend around these parts. I don't know how many gifted memberships have come through. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Clint Perry says Pure Alaska the all-star. That is right. But still no Hippie Dave. What do you guys think? We need to politic. We need to have a conversation about this. Wait a minute. Greg Davis said 55 gifts. Oh my God. Okay, in the chat, why do you guys think Hippie Dave has not received a gifted membership after all of these months? I think Hippie Dave ain't living right. What do you guys think? And Hippie Dave, go ahead and tell on yourself. Why do you think that this is happening? People have been trying to gift you a membership for months, and it hasn't happened. Who is going? When somebody finally does gift Hippie Dave a membership, they're going to be famous. You will be famous just for getting Hippie Dave a membership. Because this is the way memberships work, guys. Hippie Memberships are random. YouTube gifts those memberships randomly. Sweet lady said he did something wrong. What did you do, Hippie Dave? Kevin the Fish Kid said it's bad karma. Jeffrey said, dang, Hippie, what you doing wrong? Hippie, are you living right? Hippie, you're not living right. Shout out to Alexandria. Oh my goodness. Check this out, guys. Today's current live stream sponsor is Pure Alaska with a $49.99 super chat and 40 gifted memberships. Pure Alaska is a legend. Pure Alaska is a legend around these parts. With honorable mentions going to CP with 13 memberships, Kevin the Fish Kid with 5. We had Max and the Pale Rider hit the channel with the 1 membership. Oh my goodness. Pure Alaska is definitely a legend around these parts, guys. Derek King says it rains. Let me see, and just said unjust. Oh goodness, not that. Alexander says, sorry, I stepped away. I don't know if my numbers are correct. But those numbers are huge. The numbers are huge. Let's go ahead and check the juice, guys. The juice is getting a little low. Backlash says he has to be subscribed to be gifted a membership. He's subscribed. Hippie Dave has actually won Bass for Cash before. Backlash Fisherman says, what are we fishing for? We're out here fishing for, man, you know what? I stopped fishing. I've been playing around too much because we've been trying to see if somebody was going to hit Hippie Dave one of these memberships. But we're out here fishing for spotted bass is what we're fishing for. Let me get back to fishing, guys. Look at this. I've stayed out here for overtime once again. I lost track of time, guys. I was supposed to be someplace at 1 o'clock. Can I go back in time and still make it on time? Or am I just late? There's nothing I can do about that, right? Shout out to Pure Alaska. Sweet lady says, I know my butt has gone flat sitting here. Shout out to Nobody Really says, those gifted memberships is one way to get the viewers coming back. That is true. That is true. M4 Fishing says, money. I think you should have a live with you and Pure Alaska. Oh, I already said that. We're going to have to make that happen. Me and Pure Alaska, we're going to go polar bear hunting. I'm going to go up to Alaska and hunt a polar bear. Nobody Really says, I agree. Julian says, day 2 of telling fish jokes until I get a membership. A fisherman walked into a bar with a fish under his arms. The bartender says, what'll it be? The fisherman said, anything but water. Julian, are you making these up? Voodoo says, is Hippie Dave even here? Yep, Hippie Dave, he's here. He's lingering around somewhere. Brian D says, memberships and popping today. Yep, they're popping today. Backlash Fisherman says, first time I've ever come across your channel. Shout out to you, Backlash Fisherman. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're out here on a weekly basis doing this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, today, it's been a little slow, but it's windy. The weather is bad. Generally, I'm able here to get out here for an hour or two, get 1 or 2 fish to the boat, and then we roll out and see if anybody can get any funds, make any money. Greg Davis says, I gave up. Voodoo says, Dave's not here, man. No, it's me, Dave. Man, yeah, it's getting a little cold. You guys are getting active in the chat. M4 says, money, it's time for you to get out of there. Only Pure Alaska can handle this weather. Man, yeah, and you see I don't have my gloves on or anything like that. I'm out here snotting. I'm out here breathing hard. I'm casting. It's a casting competition today. But it's still all good. You guys see, we get on here, we have fun, we share experiences. Isn't that what life is about? Just sharing the experience of living in life, having a good time, bringing joy to people on a weekly basis. But yeah, I'm cold. I'm cold. Steve Wimpy says, at Cajun the Hawk, your man MoneyBass. No, don't tell me, Kate. Is Chicken Hawk in here? Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. That's all we needed. Chicken Hawk is in the chat. He says, what in the flim flam is going on out here? Oh, no, not Chicken Hawk. M4 says, money, it's time for you to get out on the pure. Okay, let's see. C219 Troll says, hey, man, let's go crappie fishing on Clark's Hill. 9 January. He said he's open. Let me see. 9 January. I think I'm going to be in a tournament. Tournament season has kicked in for me. But we'll see. We'll see. Cajun the Hawk says, exactly. And the fish are still safe again. Well, my buddy Chicken Hawk, would you like to place a little wager on that? Would you like to place a little wager, sir? All right, let's see. Carlos says, 2 fish crossed the road and the other was hit by a car. And the other says, come on, Sushi. Oh, okay. Now, look. Now, that one was okay. That one was all right. Steve Wimpy says, Cajun the Hawk saying, let's see, Chicken Hawk. Yes, Chicken Hawk is here. What is going on? Shout out to Joe Winkler, a big dog on the channel. You guys see that badge next to his name? He has been on the channel for well over a year. Big, strong supporter of the channel. Let's see, is Cajun the Hawk still saying anything? What does he have to say? He isn't saying anything else. Derek King says, Chicken Hawk only come around when the fish ain't biting. That's right, because Chicken Hawk chases fish away. Chicken Hawk is known for not catching fish, catching little dinks, causing problems, showing up and messing up the live streams. So today is a Chicken Hawk day. You know what I'll call this? I hawked. Today I hawked. I Chicken Hawk today. I Chicken Hawk today, everybody. The Masked Bass. Tia says, don't wager on any fish, Chicken Hawk. Oh, come on, Chicken Hawk. Would you like to place a little wager, sir? Let me see. He says, Voodoo, unfortunately not. I'm in Alabama now. Got this guy scared to cross state lines. Okay, all right. So you guys hear what Chicken Hawk is saying. I'm going to go across state lines to Alabama and meet Chicken Hawk on the lake. What lake are we going to meet on, Chicken Hawk? Are we going to meet on, we need to meet on Logan Martin. That is your lake that I have stomped you out on twice. So we need to meet on Logan Martin. Now, Chicken Hawk, what day this month? When this month can you meet me on Logan Martin? You came in here, you're being rude and disrespectful, messing up my live stream. So I'm just going to have to meet you on the lake. Nobody really says, I don't hear Chicken Hawk. Pure Alaska says, we're at in Louisiana, Voodoo. I grew up in, what is that, Lacombe, outside of Slidell. Chicken Hawk, I need to know. Don't you run from this whooping, Chicken Hawk. I will come across state lines to Alabama just to meet you on that lake. Logan Martin, didn't you say that's your lake? Cajun Hawk said, what date? Pull up a calendar right now. What's today's date? I need you to pick a date, Chicken Hawk. I will come all the way to Alabama, meet you on the lake, stomp you out, and come back home and make a live stream about it. You have come into this chat, disrespected my peoples, ran the fish off. Today is your fault, Chicken Hawk. Damon says, I'm back. Hopefully I win this time. We're about to wrap it up, Damon. We'll have to come back and do round 2 tomorrow. The Mass Bass Tid says at Whipstick, just hanging with Money Bass this windy afternoon. Oh yeah, it's a little windy and it's cold. Richie says, what are you fishing for? And is it salt or fresh water? So I'm out here on Lake Lanier, Georgia, fishing some fresh water, trying to get a spotted bass or 2 to the boat. That's about it. Shout out to Damon from Tallapalooza, Georgia. Chicken Hawk says, Voodoo, I grew up fishing the Bayou Pigeon. What is that? Don't nobody know about that. And Bayou Black, I still try to get out when I go home. Shout out to DeQuante checking in. Good to see you back in the chat. He says, let's go. I got 25 minutes on my break. Don't disappoint me. I'm about to head out. I'm out here freezing. Your partner is cold. My hands are gone. I can barely feel my fingertips. I'm out here snotting. My lips are cold. My mouth is froze up. You see me, you hear me stuttering and everything. That's because it's cold out here. My lips are actually so cold that I'm stuttering. DeQuante, you think that's funny, huh? But yes, it is freezing out here. I'm cold. I just wanted to come and hang out with my peoples for a little bit. See if we can get a fish or 2 to the boat. And today has been one of those days, but we still had a good time. I had fun out here today. Chicken Hawk said that you might as well get ready for disappointment. All right, Chicken Hawk, I'm going to remember this. You always come into my live streams causing problems, telling people to be disappointed. Steve Wimpy said Jack Frost hit Money Bass in the mouthpiece. Oh yeah, Jack Frost is getting me right now. Jeff Hughes says, how cold is cold? Right now, it definitely feels like it's in the 30s right now to me. It feels like it's in the 30s, but you see, I'm still out here. Still out here doing my thing. Shout out to Pure Alaska, guys. Everybody put Pure Alaska in the chat one more again. Now, let's go back and see if, Alexandria, can you drop those stats in the chat? I want to give another shout out to everybody that has contributed to the channel today. Once again, a big, big shout out to Pure Alaska. Pure Alaska is the sponsor of today's live stream, guys. What I say each week is whoever gives the highest super chat, super sticker, support of the channel like gifted memberships is the sponsor of that live stream. And today, with no doubt, that has been Pure Alaska with the $49.99 super chat, gifting of 40 memberships, guys. 40 memberships. Then we have honorable mentions going to Clint Perry with 13 memberships. Kevin the Fish Kid got 5 memberships. And Max and the Pale Rider hit the channel with those gifted memberships also, all right? Pure Alaska says, come on, Money, if you're going to polar bear hunt with me, you better be ready for temperatures around negative 50. Negative 50? What? Are you being serious? Pure Alaska, are you serious? Negative 50? Negative 50? Cajun the Hawk says, what was your farthest cast today? Maybe we can guess for that to get money moving. Maybe. Waiting on you to catch a bass is going to take too long. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Chicken Hawk, I'm going to remember that. That almost hurt. He said dead serious. Goodness gracious. So, Pure Alaska, do you have a video of polar bear hunting at all? Okay, he says you have to go out on the sea ice to hunt them. No. Okay, I am not doing that. That doesn't even sound, You said you have to go out on the sea ice. I am not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. No way. You have to go out on the sea ice. That does not sound like a place where a person should be at. So I'm not going to do that. I will watch it on TV. I'd rather see it on TV than to see it in person. To go out on the sea ice? Does that even sound like some place a person should go? Joe Winkler says 5 degrees here at my start time this morning. Oh my goodness. Pure Alaska says, and you have to be careful because the ice shelf you're on could break off from the main ice. And that means you would just be floating off into the ocean or the sea or whatever you're talking about. No, I'm not going to do that. Too Dead for You says polar bear hunting with a scoped rifle is like the best thing. Too Dead for You says, yeah, it's easy to die out there. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that. -50. Goodness gracious. Or fall through the ice. Yeah, listen, just hearing the word -50 makes me want to go home right now. And being on sea ice? No, I'm not going to do that. If you fall in the water, you're just done. If you fall in the water, do you even have enough time to heat yourself back up? Or are you just done? -50 and fall into the water. Cajun the Hawk says, Pure Alaska, I like that ice breaking stuff. I think I will buy so-called money's ticket for him. Oh, so you gonna try to send me to Alaska. All right, Chicken Hawk. I see how it is. I see how it is. Toby says, fishing is my favorite thing. Pure Alaska says, money. My YouTube profile picture is one of me hunting caribou in -45. So let me ask you something. Can you feel the difference between -20 and -45? Is there really a difference? Jeffrey says, just thinking about that gives me pneumonia. So you're saying you can tell the difference between -40, what did I say? -45 and -20. What is the difference? When it is -20 degrees, be like, ooh, it's a little chilly out here. Then when it's -45, oh, you know, it's cold out here today. I mean, what is really the difference between -20 and -45 degrees? Too Dead for You says, I think it depends on if it's windy. I think it depends on if the number starts with a negative in front of it. That's what that's what I think. I think if the number has a negative in front of it. Pure Alaska says, your eyelashes, goatee and everything icing up as soon as they are exposed. Goodness gracious, man. Nah. Yeah, I'm not signing up for that. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. The polar bear excursion sounded like it may have been a good idea at first, but I have definitely changed my mind. Clip Bear says, yeah, I prefer Oklahoma. Jeffrey says the faster hypothermia sets in. Oh my goodness. Summit Sai says, Sing says, bro, once me and my uncle went fishing, he hasn't returned till now. I told my aunt that he ran with another. Oh my goodness, that is not good. That is not good. Oh man. Shout out to Brendan. Says, good day, mate, from Australia. We are worldwide, guys. Worldwide and Alaska-wide, too. Out here hanging with the polar bear hunter, Pure Alaska, in the chat. Everybody put Pure Alaska in the chat once again. Hey, Chicken Hawk, can you do me a favor? I need everybody to do me a favor. Go to Pure Alaska, go to their YouTube channel, and pull up their video and drop a comment and let them know, let Pure Alaska know that MoneyBass sent you. All right, guys, it is 2:22. I was supposed to be out of here at, I believe it was 1 o'clock, 12:30 or something like that. But we've been having a good time. I told you guys I was out here for a good time, not a long time. But I guess I was here for both today. I was out here for a good time and a long time. Who could have thought fishing and catching no fish could have been so much fun? I'm going to have to make this one up, guys. But, I mean, we did get some good fish to the boat yesterday. The day before that. Today was a little different. I mean, it was real windy. I was actually not even planning on coming back out here for another few days because we have definitely a cold front, which is already here now, coming through. But then we have some other bad weather on the way as far as rain. We have snow planned on Friday. That is on the forecast for Friday. So, yeah, things are definitely about to change and kind of slow up for us. But I did want to come out here and hang out with you guys for a while. I'll probably be in the studio. Make sure you guys tune in on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully everybody watching right now is subscribed, so you will receive the notifications whenever we do the in-studio lives. And also, of course, whenever we're out here live doing Bass for Cash. I try to get out here a few times a week. You just never know when it'll be, so it's always best to subscribe to the channel so you receive the notifications. Too Dead For You says, for real, he is dedicated. Shout out to Toby Stanford. He says, I love your videos. I appreciate you for stopping through. We have Haha says, how about you come out here to Michigan in the spring with your bait to Lake St. Clair, and I'll pay you $450 if we catch one muskie. A muskie fish? Muskie fishing. Oh my goodness, I might have to do that. Steve Whippy says, Money, a little birdie told me you don't like flying. Wait a minute. Who told you that? Now, how are you going to get to Alaska to hang out with Pure Alaska? Tell me it's not true. Who told you that? Who told you that, Wimpy? Hey, man, I'm Air Force. You can't talk about me not flying, especially not in front of people. Voodoo, this is not fun. Do not laugh at that comment. I need to know who told you that, Wimpy. Who is trying to give you inside information about me? Who told you that? And you can't be saying that in public. Alexandra, listen. Wait a minute. Alexandra, do not encourage that type of behavior. I want to know who said something like that. I want to know. I need to know who said that. Haha says, has to be someone that told you before. That should narrow the list down, huh? I don't know who's out here putting information out on me like that. Pure Alaska says, hey, Money, I'm a retired Marine. Thank you for your service. Oh, appreciate your service, too. Shout out to Pure Alaska. You and AC Alexandra Corbett have something in common. Alexandra, let them know what service you were in. Shout out to Carlo, says, okay, it's nighttime in Finland and the TV gives Dirty Harry the Deadpool. Have a great time, everyone. Shout out to Carlo and shout out to Finland. I told you guys we are worldwide. Uh-oh, you see that? Pure Alaska? You see what Alexandra just put in the chat? I think y'all might have a little something in common. Greetings from Germany. Shout out to DT. I told you guys we are worldwide. Appreciate that, Voodoo. Voodoo dropping in some good comments. Pure Alaska. Oh, look at, oh my goodness. Pure Alaska. He's speaking a different language in here. Alexandria and Pure Alaska got their own little language going on in here. What is going on with that? He said, oh my goodness. He said, simplified devil dog. She said, oorah. What kind of language is that? What is that? Wait a minute. Ahaha. Wait a minute. What is going on in the chat? M4 says, Pure Alaska. Much appreciate your service, sir. Oh my goodness. They said they're speaking that U.S. Marine language. What did Alexander? She said this jarhead lingo. Oh my goodness. Man, I like hanging out with my peoples. You guys are some fun. You know that? But I'm going to have some fun stomping out Chicken Hawk at Logan Martin. He's running from me, guys. He's running. You saw he didn't put a date in there. M4 says money. Was Chicken Hawk in the special services? I think he still is. Wait, only crayon eaters would understand. What kind of language is that? What is the lingo? Alexandra's laughing. She knows what he's talking about. Man, oh man, guys, listen. I wish I could stay, but I got to go. But I'll be back. I'll be back. Listen, my fingers. Do you see my hands shaking? Can you guys see that? My hands are shaking. They're cold. Shout out to Voodoo. Says Air Force has their own language. It's I'm afraid to fly. Oh, Wimpy, listen. Do you see what you have done? Wimpy, do you see what you have caused to happen? That is unacceptable, Wimpy. We need to have a talk. Wimpy, we need to have a talk. How could you do this? Oh, my goodness. Pure Lacta says, I'm 235 pounds of USMC twisted steel and... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Pure Alaska. Man. Oh, my goodness. Hey, guys. Whew. It is cold. It's a cold one. Listen, I got to go ahead. Listen, I was about to say I can't even do one last cast. Let's go ahead and do one last cast, guys. We're going to do this one last cast. I'm going to cast it way out there, and we're going to milk it. There, that cast went way out there. Let me come to the back of the boat, and we're going to milk it. This is the last cast, guys, and then we're going to get out of here. M4 says, money, get out. EV says, I can't walk right across the street and catch one first cast. All right, we're going to see. We're going to see what we're going to make happen today, guys. Medical says, money, swim fast. All right, this is the official last cast, guys. Because it's cold. It's a cold one. Voodoo says, money's going to get pneumonia. EV says, saltwater fishing is the way to go. Shout out to Clint Perry. He says, I was like number 142. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and supporting the channel today. Medico says, Bass for cash isn't worth our homie getting sick. Nah, I'll be all right, Medico. I've been in worse. Had to deal with worse. All right, let's see. Lady Wiser says, good luck today. Shout out to the new members of the Money Team. There were over 50 gifted memberships given out today. Can you believe it? Oh, my goodness. Junior Martinez says, any winners today? Man, who won today? Who were the winners today? The only winners today, I guess, were the members. There were a lot of new members to the Money Team, but your partner MoneyBass today, I didn't do my job. So, yeah, I guess you can blame it on me today, Junior Martinez, but that's not too often. Most of the time, you guys are not guessing the weight of the fish. But today, I didn't do my job. Colin says, do you fish for striped bass too? No, I used to fish for striped bass a lot. But now, I pretty much just go for largemouth and spotted bass. And that wind is starting to pick up too, guys. But why? Says, do you ever bait fish? And I'm guessing you mean, do I ever use live bait? The answer to that would be pretty much no. Nope, I don't use live bait. Man, this wind is beating me up today, guys. Hopefully, I can get out here and sneak in an hour or two when the wind isn't beating me up, and I can kind of get across the lake and go to some another areas, some better areas next time. Junior Martinez says, anytime you stream, we are all winners. Good times. Oh, yeah, we're having some good times out here. Pure Alaska said, money is training for polar bear hunting. I am not. You say sea ice. You said you have to walk across sea ice. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to do it. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to deal with any type of sea ice. And then the polar bears live out there, so to them it's nothing. I'm going to be out there on sea ice. I'm not going to do it. Oh, man, check it out, guys. So this is something, for me, what I say as far as like getting outside in the elements and everything, to me, you want to see how your body is going to be affected. Now, look, I'm trying to pick this up and clamp it on here, but my fingers, it's hard for me to hold on to stuff. So I'm just trying to clamp that in there, but I can't even really clamp my fingers together to pick stuff up. That's something to me that you would want to know before you're in a situation to where you're thinking that your hands are going to work a certain way and you find out that they don't. All right. Woo! Great day out here on the lake, guys. Got to feel the elements. Oh my goodness, you know what? I can't even feel my hand. I can't even feel my hand. But life is good. Life is good, guys. All right, let's see. What are you guys talking about in the chat? Roy Johnson says, hey, Money, I'm surprised you're still out there. Go ahead and get out of the elements. Thank you for your dedication. All right, appreciate that. All right, Brandon says, that's a sign of a stroke. No, that's a sign of a frozen hand right there. That's what that is. All right, let's see. So I'll read these chats as we head on in, guys. All right, Chicken Hawk says, want some cheese with that wine? It's not that cold. He said it's not that cold out there. Black Rain says, are you in Florida? No, sir, I'm out here in Georgia. He said, do you want some cheese with that wine? Junior Martinez says, pee on your hands to warm up. Junior, what kind of Diddy party do you have going on out here? Junior, what do you have going on out there? What in the DD are you talking about? Junior Martinez, what is going on? What in the DD are you talking about? Black Rain says, pull up your trolling motor. I got my trolling motor pulled up. Oh, man. But why says, are scent attractors legal in tournaments? Yes, sir, they sure are. Junior Martinez says, you saying you are... I said, what in the ditty are you talking about? All right, guys. Really, really appreciate everybody for tuning in today. Let me go back up here and see if I can find the statification that Alexandra dropped in here for me. Because I always like to give credit where credit is due. You guys know that. Let's see, where are the stats at? Uh-oh, I don't see it. Okay, there we go. Today's current live stream sponsor is Pure Alaska with the $49.99 and 40 memberships, guys. Do you see that? That is the first time that has ever happened on this channel. 40 memberships in one live stream. Oh my God. With honorable mentions going to Clint Perry with 13 memberships. Kevin the Fish Kid hit us up with 5 memberships. Then we had Max and the Pale Rider hit us up with those gifted memberships also. So big shout out to everybody. We had a great time out here on the lake today. Great conversations. Learned a few things about each other. Shout out to Wimpy, trying to give out some top secret information. All right, guys, I had a great time. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. If you didn't subscribe, we'll be back out here again, guys. Hopefully, next time I get out, it won't be so windy, and I'll actually be able to, you know, get out here and go across the lake, go to a few different places and everything, and get some fish to the boat for us. So we'll have some fun. But all right, everybody, it was a pleasure. Make sure you guys check out fishxlive.com. And remember that name, SWAT Lawn Operations. All right, guys, I will see you guys on the next live stream.